An annual summit hosted by Maine's Department of Education took place in Waterville today. Lila McCormack was there.
The Department of Education puts on an annual summit every single year. This is our 4th year. We have over 600 attendees registered to attend over 80 sessions today. So educators, business managers from across the state have descended on Thomas College in Waterville for 2 days full of professional development and learning.
Maine's Commissioner of Education, Pender Macon, was the keynote speaker and highlighted the theme of this year's summit, measuring what matters and what makes a great school beyond just test scores. Maine's Teacher of the Year for 2025 was also in attendance.
It has been the most awesome opportunity to represent all the amazing educators in this state. I have been traveling all across the state, receiving professional development, providing professional development, and then learning more about education on the national level. As Maine Teacher of the Year, I'm learning how to hone my voice and advocate for the things that I feel are important. And my hope is that I can help other teachers learn how to do the same for their passions.
Herman High School's very own Betsy Trankman was selected as a state finalist for the Presidential Award for Math and Science Teaching.
It feels really great. It was an honor to just be nominated. I thought going through the process was an incredible process. I was really reflective on my teaching practices in just going through the application process, and to be a finalist is even more exciting.
Attendees will return tomorrow to hear Becky Hollowell as the keynote speaker and wrap the summit with closing sessions. Lila McCormack, WABI News, Waterville.